Welcome to the end is
Sigh?
Yeah. I had to do that because Nate was just his forehead on the screen. I don't know what he was doing down there, but he looked like Jaws, and that was improv. Guys, you just saw some fresh improv. Shit, you didn't see it, but you heard it. I saw it. Yeah. Welcome to the pod. I'm Todd.
And as he alluded to, I'm Nate, just forehead.
Yeah, we call him Forehead, and that would be so rude. He doesn't even have a 5-head, one of those things. But yeah, this is the End is Sigh, where we discuss movies and the themes we find within them. Last week, we did a movie. What was that?
It was 4 Rooms.
Yep, and this week we're going to do them themes, which are...
hotels.
And witchcraft.
All right.
Yeah, but we'll get into those in a little bit here. Welcome to all of this. This is what we do to make meaning out of the meantime, as well as some other things. Nate, did you do anything to make meaning, or what? Lay it on me.
Adulthood. Adulthood. It's here. Shit. We're all living it. It's mundane. I got nothing for you guys.
Every other week, I think we have the same conversation.
It happens, okay?
Nate starts staring off into the void. He turns the lights off in his room, stares at the wall, and I just keep talking on the pod. Eventually, he wanders out of the room, and I just keep going until he wanders back in.
It's like those therapy sessions, like you see in movies where the therapist leaves and then tries to sneak back in as the person's just talking about their problems. Yeah, that's 100% what I'm doing.
Nate just loops the camera like in an espionage movie. So I think he's like responding. He'll just throw in some nods every now and then.
Yep. And then I was like, this is a podcast. They have to hear you talk. And I just have to hit that yeah button on the soundboard I got.
Yeah. But anywho, to it. So since you don't have that, what we always do in place of the mundane is news for Nate 2 weeks late. He nodded. Just what we talked about. He nodded.
Yeah. Okay, I'm hitting that button.
Should get you a soundboard. That would be miserable for me, I feel like. Let's not do that. All right. Yep, this is where I catch everybody up and Nate for the things that happened over the last 2 weeks, just in case you weren't paying attention. A lot of the time, Nate's not, so we try to keep you all on the same page. Unfortunately, I do pay attention. It's more a burden and a curse than it is any sort of like good thing. But here we are. First up, Nate. Max Tegmark, an MIT professor, physicist, and chairman of the Future of Life Institute, very fancy, says what we all already know but no one is fixing, and that AI is less regulated than a sandwich shop. like
Subway?
Any of them.
Or like...
Ma and Pa?
Yeah.
There's no OSHA, there's no, hey, the meat has to be this temperature. There's no, you have to clean this many times. You have to use the sanitation bucket. You have to wear, hairnet. You can't put stuff near a trash can. All those exist in like food prep places. AI, there's literally no rules for doing it. So people are just doing whatever they want. And that's the problem we're having with its proliferation.
So, like Todd's kitchen. All right.
The fuck? Why am I catching strays? My kitchen is clean, all right? You've seen it. It's always clean.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm messy when I talk, all right? But that's not where my OCD lands. It should land there. Man, I'd be real quiet if that translated this way. Jesus. Next up, there was a billboard I saw that somebody posted to our famously we lean upon it TikTok. It said, "Save water, shower tomorrow." Meanwhile, AI data centers exist.
Yeah.
But the regular consumer and people that aren't even using AI should have to save water because the environment needs it. But data centers are drying up all sorts. Did you see the video of like the Rio Grande recently? Like it's nothing. It's just dirt. I hope that wasn't AI. Am I right? Or actually, I kind of hope that was. Wow, what a conundrum there. Because you want it to be water. But every day I'm seeing, and you're probably seeing the same stuff. Your FYP is like mine, I'm sure. But there are so many AI data centers right now that towns are voting out, like the community's voting out, and even the councils are voting no to, that the corporations are just pushing through by throwing money at it and building them anyway. Like they're just going, oh, no one wants it. It didn't even get approved. Guess what? We're still building it because nothing matters. Money talks.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's stupid that you can throw money and people just accept it that way. They don't stick to the convictions. They just fold like the goddamn dollar bills they accept.
Oh, so hold on. Can you hear this? It's me snapping like at a poet, like a slam. Preach. And speaking of the AI and stuff, you know they took her jobs crowd. Yeah. They don't give a shit that AI is stealing every single job under the sun right now.
Yep, 100%.
Nope, it's the immigrants.
It's just the same shit over and over again. I'll never understand their level of thinking, I guess.
I mean, we can try, but is it futile? Probably.
Yeah.
Next up, Musk is a trillionaire.
I saw this and someone broke it down as to what he could buy with $1 trillion. So it sounds like you got some of this. Go for it.
No, I've got the relationship between like $1 million and $1 trillion. So if you have what he could buy, I'd love to hear that.
No, I don't have it off the top of my head, but vaguely remember it was like him being able to buy all the NFL teams, all of like the MLB teams.
Like the Daily Show or John Oliver or something, right?
I think, yeah. He broke down like pretty much buying every major sports team and still having leftover money.
Like billions and billions, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's accurate. The thing is, people are starving to death. No one can earn that much money. Earn in capital EARN. Cannot earn it. Not one. Not even if Jesus Christ were real and turning water into fucking wine or walking on water for tricks or healing the sick and replacing the healthcare system, would Jesus earn $1 trillion, let alone $1 billion? You're just not earning that.
Yep.
But, so I did look to what's the comparison, right? And Reddit has already started with that, where people are chiming in like, here's the things, and other people are like, is that true? Then they did their own math and were like, oh shit, that is. So it's got self-verification going on here. But let me give you a few examples of what that looks like. So to visualize the difference between 1 million and $1 trillion here, they said 1 million seconds ago, June began. And this was, I think, last week. 1 billion seconds ago, Bill Clinton was president of the United States. And 1 trillion seconds ago, the Neanderthals existed. That's how much of a difference in just time that is. 1 million meters is approximately the distance from New York City to Atlanta, or the entire length of the UK, hence why it's in meters. It would take 7 days to run that, or 10 hours at highway speeds. 1 billion meters is about the distance to the moon and back. It would take 19 years to run, or about a year at highway speeds, or a few seconds of light speed. 1 trillion meters is the distance to Saturn. It would take 19,000 years to run, or 1,000 years to drive, or an hour at light speed. Next up, they said, they gave kind of a hypothetical. What if you were offered a job that paid $600 per hour? And what if you were crazy enough to work that job with overtime, doing it more or less as the only thing you did in your waking hours for 100 hours per week? At $600 per hour for 100 hours per week for 50 weeks per year, and they're not even giving you the 52. They say, if you started this job at the dawn of the human species of Homo sapiens itself, approximately 300,000 years ago, you would earn $0.9 trillion. You wouldn't even get to 1.
Damn.
And lastly, Ronald Reagan, the famous trickle-down economics, right? He said this in 1981 to Congress. He said, a few weeks ago, I called such a figure, $1 trillion, incomprehensible, and I've been trying ever since to think of a way to illustrate how big $1 trillion really is. And the best I could come up with is that if you had a stack of $1,000 bills in your hand, only 4 inches high, you'd be a millionaire. $1 trillion would be a stack of 1,000 bills 67 miles high. And this is Reagan, the king of the GOP, speaking about all this back in, he's the, hey, everything's going to trickle down. It's great to make people rich and not tax them. guess what? If somebody's a trillionaire, we should all be experiencing a fuck ton of trickle right now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't exist. So
yeah, it's one of those things like you think about trillion and you're like, yeah, it's a lot, yes, but putting it in other terms such as $1,000 bill stack being 4 inches to a trillion being 67 miles.
Yep,
it's just insane of how much that actually is. It's you're never spending that in your lifetime. It just doesn't make any sense at all.
And when anybody ever says like, well, then Elon should, he should go pay off all the healthcare. He should pay off every single thing. He could easily pay off everybody's shit and still have billions left over. Then they go, well, he doesn't really have that money. It's all stocks. It's all tied up in this other thing. It's like, oh, really? Then how the fuck does Musk have a yacht or build spaceships? Or how does he have rich cars and go on parties? And why is Bezos throwing expensive, lavish things? And why is Ivanka and them building another Epstein Island out there? Like, really, if the money's not real, how are they buying things? Obviously, it's real, depending on how you just want to spend it. It's just whether you want to spend it or not. You could pay off all these things. It's not all liquid and just not usable. Yeah. It's just bootlickers licking boots. Is all that is.
Yep.
But anyway, moving right along. So you don't have to picture 67 miles of $1,000 bills. This is a local story. So there's a place called Beaumar, a small neighborhood that's next to Denver. And right now they're trying to gate off its public, and I mean public streets that go through the town. They're trying to add gates where basically if you're a neighborhood member, you have a card that lets your car through, and people that don't have to get passes from neighborhood people to get through. And Denver and Littleton, the neighborhoods around them, for people not familiar with this area, it's all part of the Denver metro area. They are saying like, don't do that now. The mayors are sending letters to them being like, don't you dare try and pass this. And there was a news piece that I found this on. It was 9 News, but by the famous Kyle Clark, who's a local journalist who should be the moderator for presidential debates. This guy does not let anybody off the hook for anything. He's one of the smartest guys I've ever seen on camera. He's so great. Look up Kyle Clark. Amazing pieces of journalism and anchoring and moderation. But anyway, they didn't like that 9 News was there in the town hall listening. Like, they were all just like, I can't believe we're having to do this in front of the camera, because they know what they're doing is stupid. They say that like there's wear and tear, congestion to the roads. They're driving too fast, all this normal stuff. And so they want to like install these gates at the public roads. And it's like, you can't just do that. It's not a private neighborhood like you're like a gated community that you built off the side. And the mayors of Denver and Littleton said, hey, if you do that, we'll install barriers on the inside of the gates. So then they can't get the fuck out. You have to pay to leave your neighborhood. So they're like, we'll do the same thing if you want to add gates. We'll just add them right next to them. So we'll see how that all pans out.
Like how petty do you have to be to think you're above everyone else of being like, yeah, let's go ahead and close down our little town area, whatever, and charge people to come through our town. And it's like, it's so fucking insane.
Well, and yet, like, so then you want the same benefits of the city stuff, like of sewage and trash pickup and road maintenance, or what? If you want that, so I can't drive down that road, it's a public road. If you want me to drive down that, then you don't get the same perks as the full city. Like, you better set up that's like having a little, like a Texas seceding from the nation type thing, but just in a little thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just stupid.
It's just insane though. I was like, is that legal though? Even just to do that shit?
I don't know. The fact that they're having a fight and the mayors are like, don't do this, otherwise we'll retaliate, feels like there's some sort of loophole that they're probably pulling on. But
yeah.
Or threat, I should say. I'm just mixing up my metaphors. Last bit of news for Nate is, have you seen the slew of, like, quote-unquote daredevil deaths that have happened recently?
Mm-mm.
So there's a guy named the Spider-Man of Yemen who was free climbing the side of a volcano and fell off. There's video of that. Don't go looking for that. But fell, died. Everybody's like, yeah, that's what you were doing. Like, that's... You're tempting fate a little much there. There was a base jumper who would take people on tandem jumps, and this was in Utah. There was a bunch of TikToks that I'd seen, and I started to follow, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do any of that plane jumping and shit stuff, right? Like, I don't like testing fate like that. I'm like, a tandem jumper with a professional, like, right off this thing, that would almost be kind of cool, because it's such a quick little thing. But this base jumper who's done that, his name is Andrew Lewis, aka Sketchy Andy, because he did all sorts of stuff, died doing that. And so he was with tandem with another 60-year-old or something guy. And sorry, I don't have his name, but everybody, the news reports are all about Andy, even though he was tandem jumping, parachute. They said it like candle wicked, and they fell to their deaths. So he just passed. And so everybody's like, well, again, if you're doing that many things and your name is Sketchy Andy, he's probably eventually going to catch up to you. And lastly, did you see this one? Now, this one's making probably the biggest news. And a 21-year-old female was thrown off of a cliffside without a rope attached in Brazil.
Yes, I did.
So the bungee jumping crew did that. Methinks murder. Otherwise, it's just jail for complete negligence. Because how does that even happen that you don't tie the rope? How does the jumper not realize? How did none of the people there? How did the people filming? How does no one realize there's nothing attached and then lift you over the head and throw you off? Like, it just... There's something missing from this story. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Watching that video, I was like, oh shit, there is no rope. It's fucked.
Yeah. I only watched beginnings of videos. And once I know that things about to happen, I don't further watch.
Yeah.
My mind's good enough. I don't need to see it to believe it. Yeah. But yeah, so there's been a lot of Daredevil things. And of course, TikTok's always like, what is wrong with this month? Oh, first this. And it's like, you didn't know anybody's names until this came up, and people die all the time. But this is like people doing Daredevil stuff. And I think the female bungee jumper is the exception, because it is a dangerous sport, but she didn't expect the professionals to be fucking dipshits, right? So
yep, exactly.
But anyway,
going into another death. I don't know if you know Oliver Tree.
Yes, I did hear of Oliver Tree. So I didn't even know who Oliver Tree was, to be fair, until I started hearing the news. And then I was like, oh, I think I've recognized, because he had very, like, the bangs, like almost like the bowl cut bangs, like the look. Yeah, very, very distinct look. So I knew that face.
Yeah, I knew of him. Like, I knew his music and all that. I was never like, I want to see it or anything. But then I saw an interview and all that where he talked about his will. And when he dies, he's like, oh yeah, my will's set up to where my kids are not going to get any of my money. Oh. They're going to get enough to get them through college, and that's it. Okay. Other than that, he said the rest of it, he wants to set up a fund that goes towards other artists, and then all of his music rights goes into that fund to help artists that are trying to support themselves. Any funds from that will go to them and trying to make it. I was like, that's good. I hope that's true in what he said. But
I just assume so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really cool. I mean, it's nice when people are... It sucks we have to think ahead of stuff like that, but it is cool that he was thinking ahead and being like, looking out for the future of artists like himself, probably.
Yeah, but definitely enjoyed, like, I'll get my kids through this stage of their life, but the rest is up to them. Yeah,
make them self-reliant, too. You're not getting trust fund kids that just don't know what it's like to do anything for themselves. You're doing two good things at once, 2 birds, 1 stone type thing, helping 2 different groups in 2 different ways. I mean, realistically not a lot of death, but still, like, it's, it's just more of those kind of like shocking ones that kind of take over the internet for a few days, which is weird that that's the cycle of news now. Immediately now it's like, well, now who's the next one and everything like that. It's just the end is sigh. Almost. If you think about it.
Wait, is that the name of a podcast?
Hey, fucking idiots would call themselves into sigh for a movie review podcast. All right. On that note, Nate, what are we doing now? What is the next big thing coming up in this episode that is we teased at the beginning?
It's our expertise and how much we know on these topics.
From our research hastily done over the last week or so.
Exactly. Last week. Give me like the last few hours.
Oh, Jesus. Guys, this is why you guys know. Those who know. All right. Like, Jesus, how much did Todd write down? And they're like, oh, Nate's done already. Which was...
I keep it quick and simple, okay? I don't want to hit you over the head with a long lecture like Todd does, okay?
Oh, fuck you.
I never said lectures are a bad thing. I never said lectures are bad, okay? You just implied that.
Well, take us on your little journey. What is your side quest?
Hotel rooms.
Oh, okay.
Simple,
cool.
Easy. So yeah, hotel rooms. I think pretty much almost everyone has experienced hotel rooms. I don't know what the percentage of people that haven't.
I'd be curious on that stat. How many people have?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't look
Probably
it up.
Less than we think.
Probably. Quick research. I went through kind of the different hotel rooms and all that. You have your basic hotel room, which is just bed, TV, bathroom. Real simple.
Basic bitches.
Todd,
yeah.
What's any experiences with just a basic hotel room?
How do I make this interesting? Let's see here. I mean, yes, I've seen a few in my day. I remember growing up, we were on a family trip, and it was just we I think it was in Texas. We were on the way back to Colorado, and we stopped at a hotel in the middle of the night, like which ones are still open, and my brother and I got to stay in the attached room while parents stayed in the other room. And we realized after like laying down that there were cockroaches all over this room.
Oh, geez.
And that was disgusting. And I think we left. I'm pretty sure we left. My mom will let me know. But I remember that was disgusting. And then I was on a work trip, and they skimped the fuck out of hotels. And it was a strip mall hotel legitimately next to a strip club, which would have been cool. I mean, I was old enough to like go partake, but I did not because I was like, work trip, got to keep those lines drawn, right? I can't be those crazy people. And then, but I remember going to, and my hotel room had one lamp, and the cord stretched across the room to where you could trip on it to attach to the one outlet in this plain ass room. So like it was just a cord stretched across an open area to connect this lamp. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing? And I remember in the bathroom, there was like stains on the wall and stuff like that. And I was like, can't stay there. And then Texas has a lot of them. So, but there was another time I went to Texas. I walked in, checked in, and I was like, there was broken tile in the bathroom where I was standing. And the bed sheets looked a little yellower than they should. And so I canceled and left. And my mom was like dropping me off. And so I got back into the car, went to a different hotel, checked in there. And then one other one, I was in California where there's like a gate, you do the card thing, you open the gate or the code. And in this little entryway before you get to the hotel, were two women sitting in like lawn chairs, drinking 40s and smoking. And I just step over their legs. They just kept talking like this is normal. I was like, this was like a boutique Instagram worthy hotel, right? So it was all fucking Instagram angles I must have been seeing on even hotels.com and shit, because that's what I was booking through. So double-edged sword, hotels.com misled the shit out of me multiple times, but the customer service, even when it said no refunds, I was like, dude, this is what's going on. And they're like, all right, we're totally refunding everything. They called the hotels and they would do it themselves and all this. So I always ended up getting the customer service to work with me. This is not a plug for hotels.com because, again, you kind of you still take the risk of ending up in these situations. But anyway, walked over their legs. No one checked me and I couldn't figure it out. So I'd kind of like walk up to my little room, and this room was weird as hell. And it seems sketchy as hell. Like, I think there was something with, you probably remember more of the story than I do. I probably told it at one point, but there was just something fucked up about the room. And so again, I sat down in a chair because I didn't want to sit on the bed, called, got it refunded, left, and got a different hotel again. So now I only stay at hotels that are like on the higher side. Like, I will spend the money to make sure I can relax and go to sleep and not have to fucking deal with that, because it's happened to me so many times.
All right, that's fair.
So again, I don't talk too much, right? But that was my question on have I dealt with ordinary hotel rooms, basic ones.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think one memory that sticks to mind is we went up to a small town, Grable, Wyoming, for like a family reunion.
Okay.
And the hotel we stayed at just looked like a junkyard in the front area of just a bunch of like almost antique knickknacks, just shit. You're like, what the fuck did they find this at a garage sale? And we get to our hotel room. We're looking at it like, okay. And then the guy was like, oh, by the way, if you need to use the phone, it's the pay phone in the outhouse in the center of all the junk. And
in an outhouse?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
To where you go and you open
the
out. We opened the outhouse door because we were curious. Sure enough, there's a phone in there. And as you open the door, they had like a string attached to like some kind of Mickey Mouse thing that would lift up as you opened up the door. It was just so fucking weird.
I think this might have been a fever dream. Did you take LSD before you went to Grable? I don't think Grable even exists. That sounds fucking made up.
It was one of those where the other hotel that was in the town was sold out because there was some kind of like hunting expo thing or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So,
and that one was not.
That. Nope. That says a lot, right?
Yeah. Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. Did you end up staying there?
Yes, we did.
Okay, you did. Okay. How was the room itself? Yeah. Was it just a weird exterior situation? Was like the room itself fine?
I think it was fine. I was a kid. I didn't really pay attention that much as a kid. To this day, I don't pay attention much as an adult.
Yeah. Novelty's better when you're a kid in terms of like funky, weird stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're like, my parents will take care of whatever the issue is.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really hard to find like an average cost for hotel rooms because it fluctuates so much from place to place. It's never the same.
Yeah.
So I went through and for this list here, I looked up the hotel in Vegas, the Aria, in an October midweek and how much it costs to stay there. And for a basic room, it's about $370 a night.
Okay, correction. I didn't stay at the Aria. I stayed at the Vdara, which is like the side hotel. The Aria is like the big one at the city center.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never stayed at the Aria. That's expensive, yeah. Mm.
So then, next room we got is suites. It's pretty much a basic setup as well, but then sometimes it has like a separate bedroom and sometimes a kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Any suite experiences?
I've stayed in suites, but I've never used the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's OCD, but I refuse to use a kitchen because, like, if it comes with utensils, I'm like, fucking gross. Pots and pans, I'm like, disgusting. And I'm not going to go and clean them myself. I'm like, what's the point of that? So I never touch it. I don't cook in those. I know plenty of people that do. Kudos to you guys that can do that. Let's go grocery shopping, and they'll bring all the stuff back and use the kitchens. And I'm like, all right, man, more power to you. I'm going to hit up the fucking fast food right next door. But, I do like the space of them. When this feels like a humble brag, but when I was in Iceland, my hotel room had a kitchenette and like a whole separate thing. And I was like, it was beautiful, but I mean, it was just cool to have all that space. Like when you're bringing stuff back, and if you do have food you want to store or whatever, there is plenty of space to like set things up. And it's just, I don't know. I like having that non-cramped feeling. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really adding anything to this conversation, but I'll let you continue. I'm trying to make something out of my hotel room experiences. You had to be there, literally.
It's fair. I say I've used the kitchen in a suite many times.
Okay.
Yeah, there was some drunken mac and cheese made on one of those before.
Did you use their like ladle stirring like?
Yep.
Did you?
We used it all.
Do you wash them before you use them, or do you just trust that they're already clean?
We were drunk, so we definitely didn't wash them.
God. Oh, Jesus. I don't even know what I'm trying to think of, like a fancy disease you can get from that. Some sort of hotel virus.
Yeah, we're still alive.
Barely hanging on by a thread over there.
Yeah, so the cost of a suite in Aria at Vegas is going to be $560.
Okay, so that's one you'd want to split with a group.
But that's only, like, a suite is usually, like it said, consists of a separate bedroom, and then usually it's like a couch with a pull-out bed.
Okay, so I would third wheel it in there, but I would take the bed. That's the thing. I wouldn't be able to take the couch.
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's insulting. I have standards, guys. Obviously, very little standards on some things and very high standards on other things.
Yeah. Next, we got the honeymoon suite.
Oh, this is where the witches dance.
Yeah, so I was trying to kind of base all these off of the rooms in the movie. But
Okay, cool,
honeymoon suites, really, there's nothing crazy about them. It's just like a regular suite. The only thing is maybe it has a jacuzzi or a fireplace.
Yeah.
But everything else, it's just add-ons for the hotel, whether it's like rose petals, wines, or, some other kind of upcharge.
But you could probably get that added to any fucking room.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I could see, like, there's always, like, a tub in the center of the room, which isn't sexy. And the hotel, like, the hot tub in the middle of the room, it just feels musty, and, like, you wouldn't want to have it on, and you'd be, like, everything would be damp, and I don't know. It's not as... It's cool in, like, animation, where they always have, like, the heart tubs and stuff. It always looks very cool, because everything's clean in an animation setting, right? But when you get into real life, you're like, this is just a weird sex pot in the middle of my room.
Yep. Yeah. There was a... Sidebar.
Oh.
There was a Verbo that we saw that was up near Red Rocks. And it's a Verbo that is just for sex.
What? Does it say that?
100% it is, because it has all the different, like, contraptions. It has a giant...
Like a sex swing?
Like a giant... Yeah, sex swing, but also has a giant, like, pump dispenser of lube.
Oh... I wouldn't trust that that's all lube.
Yeah, so I was just like, I could never, ever stay there, because you don't know what the fuck has happened.
You wouldn't want to touch any surface.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, after this episode, just send me that listing so I can, like, see how gross it is.
Yeah, that's fair. And then as far as cost in Vegas, they don't really have a honeymoon suite. I just don't think it's a thing really that often. Well, it's just, like I said, it's all add-on stuff. There's nothing that's classified as a honeymoon suite, so...
I guess basically you take, like, the penthouse type thing becomes, like, the suite, right?
Yeah. And that leads us to the penthouse, actually.
Oh!
It's pretty much just a damn house on the top floor. Super fancy and beyond what, we could conceive. And because I've asked the others, just in case Todd's hiding extreme wealth, any experience with penthouses?
No, never seen one.
Okay.
In my real life. No, guys, I swear I'm not fancy. I just have a particular set of skills, and that's not wanting to be dirty. That's my skill, is wasting money for cleanliness.
Yeah. The cost for that is $885.
I'm surprised they didn't just go for the cool 1,000.
But it's 2 bedrooms, 2,000 square feet, and a strip view. So, in a sense, it's like, don't split the suite. Just split the penthouse, probably.
Yeah, you're looking... I mean, the difference between $250 and $400 a piece. But if you're doing the penthouse, 2 beds, let's say that's 2 couples, then you're probably getting a couch with some sort of functionality. Like, that's why, I mean... Every movie, like party movie, that's where the bachelor party goes, right? Is the penthouse. And everyone just rents out that because it's easier to just dump everybody on a couch and random floor space. I'm thinking of like The Hangover and things like that.
Yeah. And then lastly, let's go over the 10 most expensive hotel rooms.
Ooh, like by property or like by location or just in general?
Just in the world.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to guess all 10 of them. Okay.
All right. Well, let's see if you can guess the price.
Oh.
So the first one is the Grand Riad at the Royal Mansour in Morocco. So this is pretty much at this place. It has 2 gastronomic restaurants, are guided by 3 Michelin-starred chef Yannick Aleno.
Yep, I know.
In the most intimate part of the palace lies the hotel's most expensive room, which is the 4-bedroom Grand Riad.
Yep,
with absolute relaxation in the Rad's private hammam. Hammam?
Yep.
Hammam.
Yeah.
Do you know what a hammam is?
No, I stayed there once, but I don't remember it. They didn't give me the translation on that.
Okay, hammams are Middle Eastern, North African bathhouses. So, like, you have those crazy, like, tile, like, rooms, quartz and everything set up, and shallow pool or whatever there.
You need a lot of people to fill that kind of shit out. Oh, so that it's a private hammam? Is that what it says?
Yes, this is a private one for this one.
So you could just have an orgy there.
Yes, if that's your desire.
But I mean, it's so big. You're not like you and your wife were hanging out in this private one. How big is that thing?
I don't know. It doesn't say how big it is, but what do you think the price of that is per night?
Moroccan. And this, did you, is this in US dollars? Has this been converted? Yes. Okay. I'm going to say if you're starting for the top like 10 all in the world.
Yep.
How do I overshoot it or I really undershoot it? We're going to find out. I'm going to say $5,000.
Is that you overshooting it?
That's me undershooting it, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it's 30,000 a night.
Okay, now I've reset my bar. Okay, now my bar has been moved. Now I know where to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, it's all higher from here.
Okay.
This is all from the luxurytravelexpert.com.
Yeah, that's my old blog.
Yeah. The next one is at the Bulgaria Resort Dubai. Just a weird word. It's BVLGARI, so Bulgaria.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I cannot see these notes, guys, so I cannot help him with this. This is all Nate all night.
It's situated on the exclusive man-made Urima Bay, an island carved into the shape of a seahorse.
Oh, God, yeah, one of those.
Okay, so with its spectacular oval pool, spacious garden, and wooden decked terrace, a private home cinema, indoor hydro massage, and hammam, the hotel's top accommodation, is the Bulgaria Villa. What do you think this costs? It's 3-bedroom.
Oh, now, give me a hint. Is this way more than what the number you just gave me was, or is it reasonable that I could start to notch up a bit?
I don't know what reasonable is because I can't fathom spending this much money on a hotel room.
I'm going to say $75,000.
All right, so so now you're over, but 35,000.
Oh, see, so notch. I should have notched up. Damn.
Regardless, I can't fathom spending this much.
But if the last one was 30, come on, man, throw me a fucking orgy bone here.
Okay, but that gives you an idea. At least you have a basis now going forward.
They didn't like all of a sudden jump to $1 million. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. So the next one we got is at Grand Resorts Lagonisa in Athens, Greece.
Okay.
So, designed for royal and prestigious guests, the hotel's royal villa encapsulates the essence of luxury in its splendidly appointed interior and exterior spaces, welcoming guests to experience the epitome of luxury living. The villa comes...
Epitome.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I always called it epitome. Sometimes when I read it phonetically, I'm like, epitome. Like, I know that's wrong, but at least I can help there. All right.
The villa comes complete with an indoor and outdoor heated pool. It's a 3-bedroom, has butler service by the ocean.
And it doesn't have an orgy room.
It does not have an orgy room. They stopped
Not even a Greek or like those were famous. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of was their thing. Like Roman baths and stuff. All right. So if you went to 35, I'm going to say, I'm just going to go nice and safe and say 40. I'm going to say you went up another 5.
45,000. See, you're closer on this one.
God damn it. Okay. Do you think they would ever accept us, you and I, podcast legends, as VIP?
Well, yeah, 100%. Yeah, they know whoever's in that room, they kick them out. They're like, sorry, end of size here. You guys got to go.
These guys, you won't believe. This is like, listening to them is like a fucking trip. This is our drugs.
Yep. Next one we got is the Cheval Blanc Randelli. And this is a private island. So, I mean, let's be honest. These aren't hotel rooms. These are just fucking resorts in itself.
These are just homes that are being rented out.
Yeah. So this is a 4-bedroom villa located on its own private island with exceptional indoor and outdoor spaces, a dedicated team of ambassadors, and vibrant array of tailored services and amenities.
So you get your own team.
Yep.
Okay. For a whole island, I'm going to say this one is now getting closer. Let's say 69,000.
50,000.
Oh, now we went back up by 5,000? That's the jump? I think they're severely undercharging. What are they doing?
Yeah.
The staffing cost alone on that one is $5,000 difference? Okay, sure.
Next we got is from Como Lakala Island in Fiji. So the resort's integral philosophy incorporates the island's resources into guest experience with products and ingredients raised and grown on the island for use in the spa and across the 5 gourmet restaurants. Which I thought that was kind of neat of like, oh yeah, we're using the resources on this island.
Farm to table. Yeah.
Yep. Perched at the very top of the island is the massive 3-bedroom hilltop villa, which comes with a private chauffeur, nanny, and cook.
What if you don't need the nanny?
So pretty much similar almost to the last one, just not private island. How much do you think?
And yet this is more expensive. Okay, question. Could we go there as VIP and I just have the nanny watch you all day so I can go off and do adventures? Can I be like, we need to use your services. Can you just make sure he doesn't choke on anything and just send you off with the nanny?
What if I find like a dead whore under the mattress?
Well, as long as you don't misbehave. Guys, watch the last movie. Watch 4 Rooms. Go back, watch 4 Rooms, listen to the episode. This is all inside jokes.
So like I said, this one's very similar to the last one, just not a private island.
Yeah. Okay, so then this one I'm going to go up by 5. So this is $55,000.
No, this one's still 50,000. That's why I was trying to lead you in with the similar. Very similar. Yeah.
5? Really? Okay. One of them's underselling, or they're obviously both overcharging, but one of them's undercharging. Probably the full staff.
Next we got Hotel Martinez by Hyatt. So I was like, oh, I recognize a Hyatt. I've stayed at a Hyatt. Look at me being classy as fuck.
Yeah, we're fancy as fuck, boys.
This is reminiscent of the Roaring Twenties. This legendary
Gatsby?
Art Deco hotel set on the French Riviera. It has 2 Michelin star restaurants. Okay. The prestigious penthouse suite is located on the highest floor of the hotel, offering large private wood paneled terrace overlooking the sea, 1 king bed, living room, and dining room.
Seems quainter. And they keep mentioning that the terrace is wood.
Yeah.
So that makes a big fucking difference for these Richies. Okay.
Okay.
So,
kind of wood, huh? Softwood, hardwood.
Wood boy over there. Goddamn Pinocchio over here. Or you'd be Geppetto. Fucking Geppetto over there making his little wooden army. 55. Now I'm doing the 5.
You got it. 55,000.
Did it. I'm so smart. So smart.
All right. Next we have the Conrad Rangali Islands in the Maldives. Okay. This is the only one out of this list I think I would like to stay at. Like, yeah, I'd like to stay at all of them, but it's just more of the experience. So this is the one that you've probably seen before. It's located 5 meters below sea level in the middle of the Indian Ocean.
Oh.
So it is a underwater hotel suite.
But that's like a death trap. What if it's like Ocean
I'd still
Gate?
Stay there. Yeah, I mean, it's 16 feet below sea level.
So you're thinking if it breaks, you're somehow just going to swim out and be fine? You're not going to get pulled in by the pressure and drowned?
I don't think so. Let's be like, if it like
Olympics.
I think your biggest concern is maybe
every day.
It's the glass coming in, right? That would be probably the biggest concern.
What if Jaws existed?
Jaws does exist. It's based on a real story.
Bruce, don't bite my face, Bruce. That's when you take.
So yeah, this includes private on-call speedboat, complimentary jet skis, a private butler, a chef, spa treatments, and a personal trainer.
Well, I'll be like, yeah, you can go and take the night off. I do. What's making me think it's way more expensive is the cost of gas and maintenance for this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Can I get a 69K?
No, it's 60,000.
Fuck, so this list was just like, let's pick everything that's just a few thousand away from each other. I hate this fucking list.
All right, the next is the Mark Hotel in New York.
Okay. Dang it! So, of course, we have one of the most. Is this the last one?
There's 2 more after this.
Oh, okay.
So the hotel's ravishing Grand Mark penthouse suite is the largest hotel penthouse suite in the USA and comes with a rooftop terrace overlooking Central Park, the Metropolitan. No wood. Museum of Arts and beyond. So it just has great views. It's 5 bedrooms. 1 library lounge, and it's 10,000 square feet.
People will pay so much money to see New York from up high than they will like the Maldives and fucking Dubai and shit. It's crazy, right? So, yeah. Well, if that was 60, then this is 65.
75. This is the first one that takes a big jump.
They skipped 69K altogether.
Yep. But I was hoping a library lounge in there. Like,
I don't know what that means.
You're going to stay at a hotel and you're like, all right, I'm going to sit here and read in the library lounge.
I'd be like, no, I don't even have anything for that person. I can't even relate to that. I was going to call them like a fucking nerd or something. I got nothing. They're just untouchable. My library lounge. Like, how many books are in this lounge? And are they new books?
Look at that.
Did they buy these books in like 1982 and just that was it? They're like, why would we restock this? No one's reading through this collection.
It's got Fourth Wing in there. Yeah, it's cool.
Onyx Storm is the newest, so I know. I've read those guys. Why? Don't know why. It's a lot of page turning. Oh, they're having sex. Oh, swip. Nope, that's swip. His, swip. And they've came. Okay, now we can get back to the story. That's my experience with the Fourth Wing series.
Yep. Next, we got Hotel President Wilson in Geneva, Switzerland.
Ooh, like Geneva, like the Geneva trials. And
Geneva,
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, occupying the entire 8th floor of the hotel, the property's most expensive room, the Royal Penthouse Suite, comes with a Steinway grand piano, a telescope for stargazing, a wraparound terrace. Doesn't say it's made of wood.
Oh, idiots.
12 bedrooms, and a 103-inch, the world's biggest TV screen.
Is this where the Von Trapp family ran off to? Jesus Christ. Oh, you go play the piano while we all dance in our 12 fucking rooms. What are we doing here? Escaping Nazi Germany during this thing. Okay. No one's using that goddamn telescope. Let's say that one was 75. So let's go. I think you're tricking me here. Is this an 80? Is this an 80?
It is 80.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Back on track, baby.
Yep.
Never going to catch me slipping again.
All right. And the last one we got is at Palms Casino Resort, Las Vegas.
Really?
This is the
It has the most
suite.
Expensive?
Yep.
Really? That's almost disappointing. I mean,
it really is. So I went through and looked at all the photos on this. There was nothing really exciting about it. It was just kind of quartz or just expensive material and shit. So yeah, this hotel is home to the world's most expensive hotel room, the Empathy Suite Sky Villa, which comes at, I'm not going to say the price. It has 2 master bedrooms, a massage tables, a salt relaxation room, a jacuzzi that overlooks the strip, and Todd, I sent you a couple photos. I know this is not visually for the people of the podcast, but I looked up the rooms because I was curious. And there's 2 photos that striked me interesting as far as like some of the table decorations they had. So the bedroom on the side table to the left, there's a decoration, and then behind the couch there's 2 decorations.
Poker chips and butterflies.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Is it the butt plugs?
Yeah, it's the butt plugs.
These are like giant silver acorns. Is like they're so big. The Hulk would use these things.
Yeah, but I saw. I was like, those are just butt plugs. That's all it is.
Yeah, you are right. I was looking at the backs of these chairs of like lame diet. What is that? Was that a Band-Aid? I don't know what's on the back of these chairs. They all have some sort of like emblem, but I don't know what they mean. And a lot are butterflies too. Interesting. And this is the most expensive out of everything you just talked about.
This is the most expensive because it's probably fucking Vegas.
Yeah, it's just because it's Vegas. Like they think they can. They're getting away with it. Apparently, I wonder how often these are actually rented out. Okay, I don't want to give this one too much credit, so I'm gonna. I said you wouldn't catch me slipping, so I need to nail this. Okay, I'm gonna say this is only. Oh no, is this gonna be a throw me off bullshit thing? Oh no,
it's Vegas.
$99,000.
Oh, Todd, you were off by 1,000. It was 100,000.
Was it 100? I didn't want to give them credit. Yep. I thought they'd pull some 99-cent bullshit.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So it's just ridiculous, though. This is trillionaire money of like, oh, let's go to a fucking hotel and spend 100,000 a night. Fucking baffles me.
Are you really saying, let me spend 100,000 to stay in Vegas when you could stay in Switzerland for 20 less?
Was it 20 less for that one?
Or was it 25? I don't know what the fuck it was.
Nope, you got 20 less. Yeah, you're remembering better than me.
That's the one I fucking nailed. All right.
Yeah.
Or was it? I don't even know. Okay, well, that is what we call fuck you money. And yeah, I'll never see one of those hotel rooms.
Yeah, no. Same. It just doesn't. Like, they making money off of this? I don't fucking know.
I mean, that'll be, if I get hit by a bus or if I, die in my bed surrounded by loved ones, whatever scenario you want to go with, that'll be my last gasp. Like, I never stayed at that hotel in Vegas. And then I'll just die. And then maybe then you guys all have to sneak in and throw my ashes all around the room and then leave. You don't have to buy the room. You just have to get into the room once.
That's easy. We can figure that out.
I might feel bad for the cleaners, but...
Yeah.
All right. That was hotels.
Yeah.
Hotel rooms,
Todd,
not hotels.
Yeah. You want to take us into some witchcraft?
Yeah, it's time for witchcraft. Are you feeling spooky? The hairs on the back of your neck bristling at the mere thought of spells and warts and big top hats and cauldrons and toads and stuff.
God, the air that you just let out of your system. Like, it sounded great at the beginning. In the end, you just realized, God, this is all fucking bullshit.
To be fair, it kind of is. But no one put a curse on me. This is the problem when I'm going to talk shit. Because if it turns out to be real, I'm booked. No, so when I started looking into witchcraft, there's a lot out there about it. It's been something that's been practiced for a long ass fucking time, right?
Yeah, and you started looking at witchcraft when you were in middle school, right? That's when you got into it?
Yeah, that's when I bought my first broom and kept running around the schoolyard. And they were like, what are you doing? And I was like, and then, that's right after I watched The Wizard of Oz, and I was like, I'm fucking in. No. Unfortunately, my first look into witchcraft was this week. But there is a lot to learn, like I said. So, right off the bat, we got to get our definition in there. And Wikipedia coming in strong, right? It says, witchcraft is the use of magic. Magic in quotes, of course. Again, don't curse me. But it means the use of magic to inflict supernatural harm or misfortune on others. And this remains the most common and widespread meaning. It has been used worldwide to explain the presence of evil. And then, it's popped up in pop culture like no one's business. Nate, do you have any experience with witchcraft?
Yeah. I've made a couple mixed drinks in my day.
Oh, that's your cauldron? Is it just a mixer, a shaker?
Yep, exactly. It's the big gulp from 7-Eleven, and I just mix my drink in there.
Oh, when you make the suicide when everything gets mixed together?
Yep.
Yeah, that's not quite witchcraft, but I appreciate you trying to relate to me for material. But without further ado, I'm going to continue. So, many societies have tried to use protective magic or counter magic against witchcraft, and have shunned, banished, imprisoned, physically punished, or killed alleged witches, aka the Salem witch trials. We know that is famously a real thing that happened because people are dipshits. And when I was starting this, I almost looked into Wicca, because I always get Wicca and witchcraft confused. And they do share similarities, but they're not interchangeable, because they put it this way. Wicca is a modern pagan earth-focused religion, and so a witch is a person that specifically practices witchcraft. So, like, all witches are Wicca, but not all... No, wait, am I doing it backwards? All Wicca... All Wiccans are witches, but not all witches are Wicca. They don't practice the religion of it. You can be a witch without practicing the quote-unquote religion around witchcraft. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway.
I think it does,
Thank you. Speaking of the Salem witch trials, in medieval and early modern Europe, accused witches were usually women, shocker, who were believed to have secretly used black magic called maleficium, think about Maleficent, kind of in there, against their own community. Usually, accusations of witchcraft were made by neighbors of accused witches. Snarky little shitheads, right? And followed from social tensions. They were never based on crazy big things that happen, like burning trees and walking monsters. None of that was the thing. It was like, hey, I feel slighted because this other woman is more attractive, or maybe I think my husband's cheating on me, so I'm going to get her killed. Like, it was all just petty bullshit that happened. And I said, like, if it happened today, Karens would be the ones accusing innocent others of witchcraft. Every store manager would be burned at the center of town. That's the pettiness that we're talking about in the real world, and what happened to real women accused of witchcraft. But back to it.
How, like, easy it was for them. Just like, she looked at me weird. Witch.
Yeah, and honestly, that's how it all... But then once you said that, you couldn't put the genie back in the bottle, basically.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, great. Now we'll get the church involved and we'll kill that person. And you had an easy excuse that can't be disproved. But anyway, in the old days, they'd sometimes be said to have communed with demons or with the devil, capital D, though such accusations were mainly made against perceived opponents of the church. Another shocker. If you're the church, if you want people to believe in you and you don't have people that believe, you say, well, you commune with the devil and you'll die. Then everybody all of a sudden is a believer, aren't they? So it was thought witchcraft could be thwarted by white magic provided by quote-unquote cunning folk or wise people. And I assume that's like pastors and that kind of group, right? It says, suspected witches were often prosecuted and punished if found guilty or simply believed to be guilty. Again, just simply believed to be guilty. And there's a very good Monty Python sketch of like, she's a witch. And they like dress her up like a witch. And she's like, I'm not a witch. Like, do you dress her up? And they're like, well, yeah, but because she can float. And they do like the floating thing. But if you drown, there's no win. If you put a witch in the water, I'm so sorry. If you put anybody in the water, right, and say that they're a witch, if they float and then you say they're a witch, you kill them. If they sink, they're dead. Like, there's no winning. That argument. But anywho, European witch hunts and witch trials in the early modern period led to tens of thousands of executions. Like, we're not talking about like weird one-off cases here. While magical healers and midwives were sometimes accused of witchcraft, they made it by minority of those accused. Because when it comes down to like spats and not real people doing real healing and things, you tend to be able to throw those accusations and make it like, well, if a healer was actually helping you, you might not want to kill them and say that they're a witch. You're saying, well, that's explainable, etc., etc. It says European belief in witchcraft gradually dwindled during and after the Age of Enlightenment, aka intelligence and common sense saved people's lives once again. So, the more people learn, the less likely they are to kill people that are not like them.
Man,
and
can
now
we get one of those again happening in the States? Some intelligence and common sense?
If we can just get one of them at the old White House, maybe we can start to turn things around. But the damage, we've already sunk a lot of innocent people in the bottom of lakes here. Well, bringing it back to more whimsy. How do you do witchcraft, Nate? Now, Wikipedia says, Powers of witchcraft were believed to have been acquired through inheritance or initiation. And I know how much you liked bullying and initiations. I know you really liked fraternity hazing and things like that. So that's how you can make somebody into a witch, is by, we saw this in the movie too. It's almost like the youngest witch, Alicia Witt's character, joins the coven by like participating in the ritual. But also inheritance. So like, your mother's a witch, you're going to be a witch, vice versa. So I went to a place called reallifewitchery.com. So straight from the witch's mouth, if you will. And
Sounds
they say
legit.
that, I know, right? Too legit to quit. Anyone can become a witch with enough time, will, and energy. Creating a meaningful, connected witchcraft practice isn't something that will happen overnight. So Nate, tomorrow, you will not be a witch, even if you were to start right now. I'm sorry to tell you.
What about 2 nights? 2 nights?
Yeah, probably. Honestly, probably,
Okay.
Based on this information. There are many simple practices that are popular and easy. Think moon water, charged crystals, which have been huge recently, right? People were putting crystals right up their hoo-haws. Simmer pots, but with that, they have, don't give me that look. But without the knowledge, intention, and energy behind these practices, they can seem very shallow. And that's from them. She says, just start. That's her advice. Here's the thing. You're gonna make mistakes. Guys, I don't know if you should be making mistakes with witchcraft, but great. This is just a whimsy thing. Messing up is how you learn, though.
Crystal shard up my butt. I don't want to make a mistake with that.
Well, I'm thinking more of like, if you can curse people and think you have powers, maybe mistakes aren't good, right? This is some movie territory we've seen explored a few times. She says, I can't tell you how many times that I screwed up and learned the best lessons from it. Sometimes the lessons were a little difficult, but I really grew from them. So I appreciate her being nice and doing that, but I would not want to make mistakes and be like, yeah, just keep trying, because there's also the problem of proof. So if nothing happens, it doesn't mean you failed. It just means it was never going to happen, in my opinion. But anyway, it was pretty lackluster, but practical. She says, like, also there's places you can go to learn. There's communities, and she started to list some. And she's like, pretty much like meetup.com. They have different types of spiritual groups. These are all very modern ways. So Witchbox, which has been around since 1997. The site allows groups and people to list their information to help others find the group or shop or event that might allow them to grow. Nate, I feel like this is a slippery slope for you and I, because we wanted to get into magic. Oh, get it? And immediately now we're going to events and collecting and doing all the stupid stuff. This is it. This is a different kind of magic that people join, and all of a sudden you're in.
Get ready.
So, I know.
Before you know, I'm going to have 10 brooms, and it's going to be great.
Like, yeah, we just keep going to brooms as our idea of what witches are. This is what I'm trying to dispel, Nate. Pun not intended, but fucking worked. Next, she says there's a place called CUPS, CUUPS, and it's Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans. And it's a group within the Unitarian Universalist Church. So you could join that. There's also the Covenant of the Goddess, otherwise known as COG. And you can contact a local chapter and ask about local groups. There's the Pagan Pride Project. They hold a Pagan Pride Day in the fall. And then there's Facebook and Yahoo groups. These were like older ones. Like Yahoo groups is an old school kind of thing where people met for dating and stuff back in the day. That's where you can find, like they said, like more elders of the practice and stuff. They're probably the ones that started there. And then she has a group called Real Life Witchery, and it's her online group. And she has like a YouTube video. You can go look at it up. Go Google How to Become a Witch by Real Life Witchery with Ivy Latchford. And that is what you can see a video on how to become a witch. But she says, a warning. It is important to avoid closed practices when you explore witchcraft. Closed practices are ones practiced by specific and usually marginalized cultures. Do not try to involve yourself in these practices if you are not being taught by someone within the culture. These practices may include indigenous practices like voodoo, Santeria, and hoodoo, as well as many others. So these are like the evil curse, shrunken head, pin a voodoo doll, and hurt you kind of stuff, right? So she says, a warning, don't do that. Yes, Nate? Is there anything you'd like to say about this?
It's just funny words. Voodoo, hoodoo, and it rhymes. That's all.
Guys, I'm over here pouring my heart into witchcraft, and Nate's like, funny words. This is serious to me, god damn it. But moving on. Also, there's another. So I looked up another group, and they said how to become a witch per The Alchemist's Kitchen, and this is on wisdom.com. So Nate, alchemist is in the name, so you should already be interested in this. Okay.
Yeah, it's equivalent exchange.
There you go. And they have an article titled "A Beginner's Guide to Witchcraft," which they say has starts with a list of different types of witchcraft, and there's herbal/plant magic. There's ancestor work. There's dream magic, where basically you're interpreting dreams. Written magic or reverse magic, which I think is more of a traditional type we see. Stones and crystals. Kitchen magic. Kitchen magic is one I saw pop up a lot, where people are making ingredients and doing things in the kitchen with natural stuff. Animal magic. Don't know about that one, guys. And then traditional spell work. There's also the dark ones kind of things, where it's cultural deities, initiatory practices, and closed traditions like voodoo and Santeria, Nate, and hoodoo. You do what?
Yeah.
You remind me of the babe. So they get to the practical side with the how-to, and they say, keep a magical record. So Nate, I want you to start this. It says, this is a journal of everything you do, from practice to results. It seems mundane, but it is very important. In fact, they've started, they say they're talking the presidents here. I've started a magical record challenge for new and old witches alike through Needfire, which is their kind of side thing. So practice, find a teacher or support network, and look towards tradition, which is basically like old texts, like things that I've happened before. And Nate, this is what I really want you to buckle in for here, okay? Because I need you to find out. They say the most important piece is, how do I know whether I've been cursed?
Yeah, I'd like to know this.
Okay, because I think, to be honest, I might be cursed. Okay. It says, it is impossible to know for sure if you've been cursed without some divination, but some signs here. Bad luck streaks? Yeah, I think so. Patterns of misfortune? Yeah, another check in the box. Animals dying? Not even going to touch that. Getting sick without any other explanation. And not being able to keep a job. So I'm a mixed bag on that one. But it says basically, if you find yourself completely surrounded by a dark cloud at all times, it is entirely possible you've been surrounded by been cursed. You've been cursed.
Yeah, I was ready for that. I was ready to say, Todd, you'd be the dark cloud, but you know,
I knew you were spooling up, so I had to spool up as I was reading. Okay. Nate, do you feel like you've been surrounded by dark clouds all the time?
No, I'm going to say no.
Then, sir, I don't think you're cursed. All right. I think you're free.
Nice.
I mean, I remember I met somebody that said they were born and all the power went out in their city, so I think I've been cursed by that person. I think once I ghosted them, they turned me into a ghost in a certain way. They do say that, however, curses aren't as common as folks seem to think, and it's important to get verification from an outside source. Whatever the fuck that means. You know, if you're writing these things, make them as vague as you can, and then you're always right.
So, Todd, I'll be your outside source. You're not cursed.
I don't believe you.
All right, someone write in. Tell Todd he's not cursed.
Yeah, you're 5 too close to the subject. Again, as I actually, you know what was crazy is, as I was writing this list, guess what I did when I looked away from my computer at the time?
You looked at the clock?
Yep. And
what time was it? 12:22?
Yep, you know it. Fucking cursed. Now what do you say about me being cursed, you son of a bitch?
So what I'm gathering is Todd is a believer in this. He actually believes in witchcraft.
I'm a believer, okay? So then there's actually a big authority on this, and it's called the Wicca Academy. So again, we're kind of going back and forth on these, even though they're not ideally interchangeable, but they do share stuff. And they say that there are celebrations important to witches and witchcraft and Wiccans and pagans and all that good stuff, according to the Wheel of the Year. And the Wheel of the Year is what I'm about to explain to you now. That was my segue. It says, in the 1950s, Gerald Gardner of the Bricket Wood Coven and Ross Nichols of the Order of Bards, Ovates, and Druids decided to make a concerted effort to define a list of festivals neo-pagan practitioners could celebrate throughout the year. And you actually know some of those words then.
This is just from the 3rd edition of Dungeons & Dragons. That's all it is.
these are characters in there. I'm like, shit, I've been bamboozled. This is hoodoo. But like when I read like that second one, it was like the Order of Bards, Ovates, and Druids. I was like, damn, Nate knows all this shit. You could be you could join the Order of Bards, Ovates, and Druids.
All right, let's do it.
That'd be pretty sick, right? They say on the one hand, Gardner pushed for the inclusion of 4 solar events that the Germanic peoples celebrated. Meanwhile, the Druids more inclined to celebrate the cross-quarter events between those dates, as they corresponded with the Celtic fire festivals. A lot of this stuff goes back to those cultures. In the end, the two groups agreed to celebrate all 8 events through, though the Celtic fire festivals are considered the greater Sabbats. And Sabbats are like what we consider like holidays, like Christmas and Easter and things like that. They say, let's see here, even then, the festivals didn't have the names they have now, but after Aidan Kelly, who I don't know the fuck this is, but I'm going to assume some pagan, and again, I'm going to get cursed because I'm just, talking this shit on my ass, they proposed a few names of the equinoxes and the summer solstice festival. The calendar took the shape now. So here are the Sabbats that you experience throughout the year, Nate.
Okay.
Now, tell me if any of these dates track for you or me. Yule, aka the winter solstice, is December 21st to December 22nd. Welp.
Means nothing to me.
It means a lot to me. And symbolically, the sun god is reborn in his new form on this day, though he died at Samhain. Didn't look up Samhain, but he died there. Or at that time. Then there's Imbolc, or Candlemas, which is February 2nd. This holiday corresponds with the modern St. Brigid's Day, which was named after the pagan goddess Bridget. If you're in the United States, you may celebrate Groundhog Day around the same time. This is when the sun god is reaching puberty. So a lot of
so every year?
Don't get cursed. Don't get cursed.
I'm just saying, the sun god continues to go through puberty every year?
But I think it does probably the full age cycle. It's probably a rebirth, right? Over and over again.
Okay, so this god sucks if he only lives for a year.
A pox on your house! Ostara, aka the spring equinox, is March 19th through the 21st. On Ostara, day and night are in perfect balance, as are the feminine and masculine energies. Growth and fertility is the main theme of the Sabbat, so we see plenty of rabbit motifs, seeds, and flowers. If that sounds familiar, it's because Easter has adapted many pagan traditions down to painting eggshells. So that makes sense. All Christian religions are...
Yeah, bullshit.
Stolen. If we weren't cursed by witches, whatever entities out there, we are doomed. But to be fair, I'd rather hang out with the devil. Let's see. Next up is Beltane, or May Day, April 30th through May 1st. On this day, ancient Celts honored Balor, the god of light and fire. Sounds pretty chill. Who also helped ensure the fertility of the earth. Again, sounds pretty chill. Today, we usually celebrate Beltane either on the last day of April or the first day of May, which is why some Wiccans refer to it as May Day. Many Wiccans choose to schedule their hand fasting ceremonies or weddings on this day. Hand fasting, I think you guys did some hand fasting.
We did. Not in May.
Wow. You couldn't have done it on April 30th or May 1st, and you could have probably been one with the witches, but it's all right. It's fine. Mistakes were made. All right. Litha, aka the summer solstice. This is June 20th through 21st. It is a time when the goddess is heavily pregnant. Oh boy! And the sun god reaches his maximum strength. See, I think this is a cycle here. And then, even this one I can't pronounce, Nate. This is Lugnasada or Lamas, and that's August 1st. Since we usually celebrate Lugnasada on August 1st, it tends to be the hottest day of the year. Still, we can anticipate the coming chill as the sun god begins his decline. At the same time, the earth has given us a plentiful bounty we get to enjoy.
So after his coming chill, he chills down after his coming?
He needs a big old snack. Give me a sandwich! This is Lamas over here. Mabon, aka the fall equinox. This is September 22nd through the 23rd. Like the spring equinox, Mabon is a time to celebrate balance, but also abundance, as the second harvest comes in. Some people call it the Wiccan Thanksgiving, as it encourages reflection, gratitude, and sacrifice in the form of charity. And the one you will be most familiar with is Samhain. Remember I mentioned that earlier? Or All Hallows Eve. This is October 31st through November 1st. Samhain signifies the final victory of darkness over light and the death of the sun god. The goddess is in her crone form, weary and wise. At this point, some Wiccans believe she has already given birth during the first harvest festival. However, others believe that she is still pregnant, carrying the next incarnation of the sun god. See, I told you it's a life cycle. And this is from me copying, pasting, and I figured this out. This is blind luck, everybody. This is not skills. Still, endings and death are major themes in this festival. Since the veil between our world and the next is thin, that's a classic Halloween thing. Now is the perfect time to communicate with spirits. This is also like Day of the Dead, right? This is all kind of like all different religions and stuff kind of take from this. Alternatively, it's a good time to work on banishment spells for people, living or dead, who have overstayed their welcome in your life.
Nice. So tune in next week where we commune with the dead. It's gonna be great.
Dude, we do a fucking Ouija board on camera. That'll be our first recording, is you and I doing Ouijas.
Yeah, except for it's like, Nate, no, that's not how you fucking spell haunt. Oh shit, my bad.
Hant? No, god damn it, you ruined it. The board lights on fire. Oh shit. You pissed off me and the board. Let's see. Nate, do you think you could be a witch, Nate?
No.
The answer is actually yes. Men can absolutely be witches and practice Wicca and other forms of magic with a K, just as women can. In fact, the term witch is not gender specific.
I thought you were asking more like a deeper level, not like gender specific.
Surface.
I thought you were like, could you live with yourself like putting curses on people? And I couldn't do that to people.
But have you not been listening to me? This is good stuff. You can do good spells. You can do kitchen magic for
but
bounty.
I don't trust myself. I'm a human.
So you're just
I'm
evil.
going to be a piece of shit and use my power for evil.
How are you? I'm such a piece of shit. All right. Let's see. Famous witches quiz. Okay. I want you to take this quiz with me, guys. That was an inside joke. I'm leaving it in because it's phenomenal. And it's not a knock on anybody. It's literally just a funny joke. Just to be clear. If you know, you know. All right. Nate, are you ready for the famous witches quiz, courtesy of Teen Vogue?
Is this multi-choice or like?
I'm going to give you
false?
either the name of the movie or show or the name of the witch, and see if you can tell me its counterpart.
Its counterpart, okay.
Now you'll figure out pretty quicker. Okay, so. And some of these, I'm not sure. I actually don't know what to expect from you on if you know witches from this stuff. Splendora Agatha, a.k.a. Aggie Cromwell. Do you know what she's from?
Aggie Cromwell?
Yep, Splendora.
Nope.
Halloween Town. She's the...
Wow.
Have you ever seen Halloween Town?
I can't think... I don't think I have.
Okay. Yubaba and Zinniba. Yubaba and Zinniba.
Yeah, they work at Cinnabon.
Okay. I thought you had it. That was really excited for a second. Yes, they are the Cinnabon witches. They are from a Miyazaki movie.
Is it Kiki's Delivery Service?
No, it is not. One more guess. It's got almost like a name in the title that you would be like, oh, okay, that would refer probably to spookiness.
Oh, man. I can't think of it. Oh, is it Spirited Away?
You know it.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that once. I don't remember the witches.
Okay. Name the two famous witches in WandaVision.
Wanda Maximoff.
Okay. Yep.
Agatha Harkness.
You fucking did it.
All right.
Now, Nate, this is a softball. Kiki.
The last one was a softball.
Yeah. But this is really a softball. Kiki.
Delivery service?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kiki for Kiki's Delivery Service. Now, can you name, let's say, and there's one that's a runner-up that you could potentially get. Found footage.
Blair Witch?
Okay, that is number one. I will also accept there's another one that it ended up turning out to be witches. That's a spoiler for people that haven't seen the series.
Couldn't tell you.
It's also found footage.
Also found footage.
What's the other big famous found footage series?
God,
Paranormal Activity. You nailed it.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't even, like, I've watched, like, the first one and then sporadically a little bit here and there, but I'm like, I have no idea what the story is here.
It gets crazy, as I've kind of alluded to just now.
Yeah.
Who is the teenage witch?
Sabrina.
Fucking nailed it. See, you're good at this. This is good. Name me 2 witches from Harry Potter. And there is a correct answer here.
Hermione?
Yep, that is number 1 of the bullet. The other one this list gave me is the follow-up.
Is it like one of the teachers?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her name.
Witch teacher? Professor?
Yeah.
McGonagall. That's the end of her
Yeah,
name.
no, I honestly,
okay.
that's over my head.
Okay, well, guys.
I never read the books.
I hope people playing at home are doing way better. Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure the people at home are destroying me. And they're probably like, I should be on this movie podcast, not this guy that doesn't know shit about movies.
Well, if you want to be a guest and take a witch quiz, let us know. Next up, who is Calypso from?
Calypso.
From a movie series.
I don't know.
Name rings a bell, though, doesn't it?
It does.
It's got ships in it.
Ships. Calypso. Is it... Oh, I'm drawing Black Pearl, Johnny Depp.
Yep.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
You know it. It is. It's from number 2 on. This Calypso's the big one. Basically turns into like the big water storm thing. Like she's kind of like a piece of that. What show is Samantha from? And this one I don't know if you can answer. This is before your time.
Samantha.
This is black and white.
It's not Bewitched. That's the only thing
I'm
thinking. But it is? Okay.
Why wouldn't it be? What else? What other? What? It's literally called Bewitched.
I wasn't sure if it was black and
Have
white.
faith in yourself.
That's what was throwing me off.
I think, originally black and white, and it might have gone into Technicolor, but then they redid it as a movie with Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell, but I think that was trash. What is the White Witch from?
Oh, the White Witch. Oh my gosh.
Played by a famous actress who also played in
Is it Narnia?
The name's in the title.
The White Witch?
I mean, it is Narnia, but what's the main movie?
The Chronicles of Narnia?
The blank, the blank, and the blank.
Oh, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
There you go. She is the famous witch of the movie.
Is that movie not called Chronicles of Narnia?
That's the series. That's like Lord of the Rings, and then the Two Towers, and then like that's just
shit. All right.
Yeah, the Chronicles of Narnia is like 9 books or something like that. Yeah, that just happens to be one. It's not even the first one technically in the chronological order of the stories, but anywho, where is Willow from? And not the movie Willow. This is an actress, Willow. I don't know if you've seen this series.
Is Willow?
No. The character's name is Willow, but it is an actress that plays. I never watched the series, but it is huge in the con space.
Oh yeah, no.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh,
this is Allison Hannigan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is the famous? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My mom watched Buffy a lot, and then obviously there's the offshoot Angel, and we went on set one day to watch Angel being shot while I was in California.
Nice. Yeah. David Boreanaz doing all Angel shit. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
It's the one photo that my mom hates that she misplaced to this day.
Oh, no.
It was like the people holding me upside down in their costumes and everything.
Whoa. And she doesn't know where it is?
Yeah, it was misplaced or something like that, where it didn't develop or something like that, and so I don't have it.
Well, you've got it in your hearts,
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool story, though. Well,
yeah.
Real cultured man over here. I've never gotten hanged upside down by the fucking cast of anything. All right, next. Who is the famous witch from The Little Mermaid?
Ursula.
Okay, he got it. He gets this one. Another one. Who are the 2 famous witches from The Wizard of Oz?
The Wicked Witch of the West.
That's one.
And the Bubble Witch.
Yep. What's Glinda's? Fuck. Shit. I was gonna say what's the Good Witch's name. Spoiler alert: Glinda, the Good Witch.
Oh, good stuff.
And then tell me, this is one you should easily nail. What movie are the Sanderson sisters from?
Ah, fuck. What is the name of that movie? It has Binks the cat in there. Is that
Thackeray Binks?
Yeah. Is that just Halloween Town?
Nope. We already did Halloween Town. That's not it.
Yeah, we did.
It's all just a bunch of witchcraft. Now that's just all just a bunch of those stories. It's all just
sequel
a bunch
and it was shit.
Yep. We talked about it on the early edition of this pod where I watched about the first 30 seconds and turned it off.
Oh my God. One of them rides a vacuum, not a broom.
Yeah. You're definitely thinking of the movie.
I know the movie. I just don't know the name.
What kind of clue can I give you? I mean, I already gave you a clue. It's the end of like a sentence like that. Oh, that's all just a bunch of
poppycock.
I mean, close enough, but the first letter, it's 2 words.
I'm
first word starts with an H.
Halloween.
No. Second word starts with a P.
Oh, Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. Wow. God. Don't get you on a freaking Jeopardy.
No, seriously.
You would freeze up.
No.
Even if it was like your topic, you would freeze.
Yeah.
I would too, though. I'm not like, I'm good. And then I get in front of like trivia stuff and I'm like, why do I suck?
I can explain the movie, just not the fucking name.
Right. You had everything else. So, yeah, like I was going to say, it's all just a bunch of hocus pocus. Like that's the whole throwaway line. Everybody does stuff. All right. And that is the end of that. I just wanted to end on a nice little interactive game for those at home, and less so for Nate. He did his best.
Definitely more for home than me. Honestly, it's also for Todd. Let's be honest. He's gonna sleep nice, being like, that fucking fool. He couldn't answer these questions.
No, I wouldn't say that. But you've done me some dirty trivias before. So this one I thought was easy enough. I mean, I'd say you got 50% of that. That's pretty good.
I'll take it.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the side quests.
Yep.
Nate, do you want to tell them what we're doing next week?
Yeah. So next week we are doing 2001 Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Evolution is a 2001 American science fiction comedy.
Never forget.
Film directed by Ivan Reitman and written by David Diamond and David Weissman, based on a story by Dan Jacoby.
It's Don, but
There's a lot of people involved.
Yeah,
Don. Right? Yeah, that is a no. The plot follows college professor Ira Kane and geologist Harry Block as they investigate a meteor crash in Arizona, only to discover that it harbors a rapidly evolving extraterrestrial life form.
Yep. So it's like an alien movie. I've seen this, I think, once maybe on TV when it came out. Yeah, I just remember the poster is like a smiley face or something.
Yeah, smiley face with 3 eyes.
Oh, that's what. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I just remember David Duchovny is the star, and he just kind of plays like he's kind of wacky. I don't know. It's a wacky movie as far as I remember. I'm very curious to see this again. When's the last time you've seen this? Is this one of like, does it hold up curiosity things, or is it a movie you've been like dying to go back to or you watch a lot?
I haven't seen it like all the way through recently, but I've seen a lot of bits and parts because it's been a recent bedtime movie for the wife.
Oh, and Evolution has. Interesting. Okay. Yep. You learn something new every day. All right. Well, look forward to that next week. That will be, and then we'll figure out what themes we pull from that. I bet one of them is E.T. or something like that. Although I think we've done aliens before, so we're really going to have to stretch our imagination on this one.
I mean, there's some stuff in there, I think.
Okay. Well, I'll be curious what I come out with that.
There's Evolution, all right? Simple as that.
Oh, that's true. You would just pick evolution if we're going by your track record. But I can't just, the thing is, I'm now in my head on the podcast, guys, where I'm like, I have to call it something else besides evolution. Like, I would want to call it, like, whatever another term for evolution is, I would have to put that in there.
You know what? I'm going to do my theme on the evolution of this podcast.
Don't remind us. It's like the rise and fall of a non-empire. Okay, well, yeah, tune in next week for that. And now it's time for the famous ins and outs, which I'll quickly go over here. And I say that every time, but I swear one of these days it's going to happen. So first up is the in. And this is a report that I saw like on just, social media. Great. I'm very educated. I read all the tabloids and stuff. But it was a really cool one. So a South African newspaper, The Star, showed a red stain on the front page of the newspaper in the shape of Africa, which like you could still see through. And then you would open the pages and the stain continued through, kind of getting smaller and smaller and smaller until it got to the last page and was just like a red kind of like dot splot right in the middle. And it says at the end, just the line, a newspaper can absorb the blood, but not the shame. And the campaign highlighted the heartbreaking choices schoolgirls face, often missing days of education every month simply because a pack of pads is a luxury their families cannot afford. And it's just a genius campaign to raise awareness.
That's crazy.
Are you looking for that?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
And it says, it also highlights that millions of South African schoolgirls are forced to use unhygienic substitutes instead of pads or tampons, like newspapers, rags, or toilet paper.
Damn.
And so that's just it. I mean, it's a heartbreaking campaign, but it got newsworthy, and that's what you need. You need to draw attention to these things, unfortunately.
Yeah. Jeez.
So I thought that was a really cool thing.
That's really well done. Yeah, just campaign, like when it's a campaign that makes you like feel like that, have those emotions. Yeah.
And it's like based on a tangible thing. They're like, this thing you're holding, and just that line of it can absorb the blood, but like not the shame. Like that's just, I don't know. It's very striking. So, I mean, again, my ins and outs can fine line between what is in and out, right? Because it's kind of a both sides thing. But I do have a true out this week. It is student driver bumper stickers on every single fucking car now. It is like the newest trend. And the thing is, I feel like an old man when I say this, but I don't even care because they actually served a purpose, and they do, right? For new drivers that are scared and nervous, and you kind of give them a little bit grace if they're going too slow or their blinker goes off and right, whatever they're doing, right? They're taking their time. And it's almost like the boy who cried wolf effect, right? It makes it less serious because I see them on all the cars now. Everybody is using them as like a joke. They're just buying them, slapping them on. And I don't even think it's fucking funny. Like there's nothing like I'm not driving going they're not actually a student driver. Oh my god. Rolling down the window. Look at this guy. They're not learning. Like nothing's funny. It's just a stupid thing that's like a cab all the way, guys. But I'm like, you want to make easy quotas? Fucking make it illegal to have a sticker that says that. Like make it just a freaking $10 fine, whatever. But the nuisance of having to pull you over, make them rip off the sticker and fine them to be like, you can't pose as this. I know it's not breaking any laws. It's just, this is my old man rant. That's my out. I just hate it. I hate it.
Okay. That's fair. I was going to say, yeah, I remember when we went to Ireland, they have a giant L that they put on their cars. And that just stands for someone's learning to drive. And that's what some people put on their cars for people that are like out of the country too, of like, hey, don't really know all the rules of your road, really figuring this out. So, but that, I think it was more of a magnet and not an actual sticker.
Right.
Which makes sense because then it's like, oh, it's interchangeable. I can just take the magnet off and now it's not there. Simple as that.
To have the tourists use it, it's to give you that wide berth, right? To be like, well, I don't want to just ride their ass or just to expect them to make all the right moves. I'm protecting myself as well as them, right? By not assuming that they know what they're doing. Or if you're driving on the quote unquote wrong side of the road when you're in another country and you're like, oh shit, like you should know better, but there's going to be accidents and but anyhow.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always the habits, though, too, especially if you are driving on the opposite side of the road.
Yeah.
You try to remind yourself always, but it's really hard. That one time you take a turn on a road that's not populated by other cars, and you just commit to the roadside that you're used to.
Yeah, it's second nature. That's very intimidating. And yeah, like not to humble brag back to Iceland, but they drive on the right side of the road, so it was no different to me, and I loved that. I was like, I don't have to deal with that. Perfect.
Yeah.
But anywho, all right. That's the ins and outs. Nate, before we start talking about evolution next week, what can they do? What do you recommend for them?
Ready?
I'm ready.
Set, bet.
I'm set.
It's a game. Ready, set, bet is the game I'm recommending this week.
Let me see that cover. Show it to me. The audience doesn't need to see this.
It is a game by John D. Clare.
And I declare that's a good game.
It's a pretty simple game. It's just pretty much
nothing.
One person's rolling the dice and controlling the horses through the race, and everyone's placing live bets as you go of who you think is going to win the race. It's a real simple one and easy for people to pick up.
Fair enough.
What do you got for a recommendation this week?
I have a recommendation I know you will co-sign. We saw this together. It is a good movie, and we talked about it and how it got an extended release time in the theaters because it's doing so well, and that is Obsession. The horror thriller, more like a psychological mindfuck movie. And super, I mean, we also had a really good time. I'm going to speak for Nate here as well. And yeah, it was, I mean, it's disturbing. It's the first time out for a new director. There's some things I think you'd be like, okay, that's an interesting choice. And I was like, it wasn't like a mile a minute, but you're entertained. It's got its creepiness. It's got kind of its like, I kind of already said like psychological stuff where you go, well, that's fucked up. Like it's more of a thought experiment than it is. Yeah. Than it is like there is horror and like gore. There are some moments of that for sure. But it's kind of almost like a slow burn movie too. Like it starts off creepy and then it just really runs towards the end. And so yeah, I definitely recommend from me.
Yeah, no, I will co-sign that.
It's been co-signed. We're in agreement.
I guess with that, where can they find us?
Oh, you can find us all over the place on social. You know, we're lurking all the time. TikTok, Instagram. This thing also airs on YouTube for some reason. Just, one day I said, let's do that. If Facebook, I don't ever go there, but Nate, I think, lurks there. Yeah, you can rate us on whatever you're listening to us on right now. So just look at your phone or whatever the hell and go ahead and do that if you want. If you don't, you know what? It's all gravy. Tell your friends, tell your family. Yeah, good call. Make sure you're doing it safely. And if you're doing this during a gooning session, pause, do it, come back.
Please don't be doing that during this.
To this voice, to this sultry voice, this doesn't get you going? You don't want to goon to this?
This?
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell those you love, and tell those you hate, because we'll take them all, because it's fun. And that's it. That's where you can find us.
All right. Nice.
Uh-huh.
That's my sign off. It's just nice.
Fuck you. It's fucking Candyland. F word, F word, F word. Bye.
Bye.